Hey guys, it's Monday, June 17th, I think, and welcome to another reading vlog. I think this reading vlog is going to be 2 weeks long because I'm going to be in Chicago from this Thursday to Tuesday, and I probably won't get a lot of reading done, so I'll just lump it all together into 2 weeks. But to update you on what I'm reading this week, I started Carry On by Rainbow Rowell yesterday. I'm on page 196 so far, and I'm absolutely loving this. It is so fun. It's just, I wanted something like light and fluffy that's still fantasy because I love fantasy, and it's just so fun. I love how it takes all of like the fantasy tropes and kind of like turns them on their head, like he's bad chosen one and blah blah blah, and just I love it so much, and I know I'm gonna just keep loving it as the more and more that I read. I'm also continuing on with my City of Bones reread, so this is more of like a slower read for me, just something I'll read a chapter or two a night, and I'm buddy reading it with my friends, so we try and like stay at the same pace. So I'm on page 366, so I have about like 150-ish pages left of this one, so I'm definitely gonna finish this probably before I go to Chicago. And I'm absolutely loving my reread. I'm re-obsessed with everything Shadowhunter, so super exciting. So my reading plans for the rest of the night is I'm going to read these two books because that's what I want to read, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And watch The Bachelorette with my mom. I only just started watching the show, and like, why haven't I been watching it my whole life? It's so dramatic and like fake, but it's so fun. Alright, see you in the next clip. Trying to figure out how to reorganize my bookshelf. I don't know. I don't know. This is kind of what's in the main frame, which are like all of my faves, but I also have up here, I have a classic shelf and just kind of two shelves of random standalones, as well as a Beatrix Potter shelf, because I have all of, basically my mom has a whole collection of Beatrix Potter books from when she was a kid, and they're like vintage, I guess, but I really like having them on my bookshelf. And down below I just have kind of a mess. I have my Game of Thrones shelf with like other random fantasies, and then I have my science shelf of all my science books. I do really want to do a video in the future about my favorite science book recommendations, because I do have a background in science, so I think that'd be a really cool video to do. But I do want to read a few more books in like science literature before I recommend them. Okay, so I just filmed my wrap up, which is fun, but let me just update you on how my reading has been going. So I'm reading Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. Absolutely love it and adore it. I'm on page 264, and I'm hoping to finish this within the next day or two. I'm also reading City of Bones for my buddy read with my best friend. I'm on page 366. We both haven't made much progress lately because we've been like sucked into other books. She's reading Strange the Dreamer right now, which I hope to read eventually. But yeah, hopefully I will finish this book by the end of the week. So my plans for the rest of the day are to do some work, maybe take some Bookstagram photos. I want to go to the gym later, and then yeah, and then I want to sit outside and read, I think. So those are my plans. long time no update. I just got back from hanging out with my friends in Chicago and it was so much fun. But I guess I'll update you on how my reading's been going while I've been away. The only time I was really able to read was on the plane, so I read a little bit of An Ember in the Ashes by Saba Tahir. This is a reread for me. I first read this book about 2 years ago when I was at school, and it's just even more fantastic second time around. I'm just like noticing all these different things between the characters and the way that Saba is able to intertwine all of the stories, especially Laya and Elias kind of like intertwine their lives together. It's just done really, really well. I'm currently on page 298. I'm hoping to finish this soon and then move on to A Torch Against the Night. Hello everyone. Today is, I think it's Thursday. I can't even keep track of the days anymore. So it's Thursday. I was just doing work all morning, which kind of sucked. But now I'm outside because the weather is beautiful. I got the aesthetic palm tree and pool behind me, very typical Florida. And there's, oh no, she just jumped onto the lounge chair. What are you doing? You want to help me film? Zoe, hi. There's definitely a storm coming. We have like clear blue sky, thunder. Anyways, figured I'd do a quick update on my reading outside before all the thunder and lightning comes, and I certainly cannot be outside with my camera. So last night, oh hi, this is Lucky. This is my other puppy. She's an old lady. How are you? She's so cute. Okay. So last night I finally finished An Ember in the Ashes. It's so good. I read this book in 2016, I think, and I totally like forgot what happened, but just like the way that the stories weave together and the interactions of the different characters is just so amazing, and I love it, and I'm so happy to be back in this world. I actually started keeping a reading journal. So this is like where I write down my ideas for book 2, but also I've been taking notes on the books that I've been reading. So like here is like my notes on City of Bones, and just like as I'm reading I'll just write down what I'm thinking. I'm very messy, so like I don't like do anything like special like bullet journals or anything like that because I don't have the artistic skills. But yeah, I've been really liking this. I am thinking about maybe starting to annotate my books, but just because I feel like I'm a very like scribbly person, I just like to scribble my thoughts when I'm thinking them, that like this works better for me than something like annotating, which I would want everything to like be pretty. So this is like a step towards maybe like starting to annotate my books. Oh, I feel rain and I hear thunder. So this video could be cut short, but I'm just gonna talk real quick so I can go inside before the storm starts. So now I'm going to pick up A Torch Against the Night. But I'm really, really excited to start this because like I just remember I had finished An Ember in the Ashes and this book had like just come out, so of course I like ordered it right away. And I read it and it was so good, and I am just like so into this world right now. And then I'm gonna finally be able to read Reaper at the Gates because I just need to know what is going to happen in the storyline. I'm also starting City of Ashes with my best friend Melissa. Yeah, I really love these editions. The artwork is so pretty and I like having some like unique Shadowhunter books. So yeah, I mean, the first book ended on a big cliffhanger, even though like I know how it goes, I still want to read it and see what happens. So that's that. And that's pretty much my reading update for now. I'm going to go film a booktube video. I think I'm gonna do, I don't know, I'm gonna do something. And then I've been like picking up all cool ideas for books and stuff, or videos and stuff all morning. So I'm just having a lot of fun with this booktube channel. I feel very creative, and I don't normally feel like I do things that involve creativity, so I've been having fun thinking of things to do. And that's it, and I'm gonna go inside because it's gonna start pouring. Alright, see you in the next clip. So, like I just said before, that it was going to rain because there was a big giant dark cloud ascending upon the sky. Well, look at what we got here. Okay, how do I zoom? Is this how? It is certainly very dark and dreary outside, and my dog is hanging out under my bed because she's scared, and she's never been so scared to like hang out under someone's bed, but I guess it's a big thunderstorm. I don't know. And so this would totally be like a great time to just curl up into bed and read a book, but unfortunately I have to go to the gym and work out. Why do I do these things to myself? I don't know. I don't, but it's my plan, and then I'll come back and read. Just want to take a nap in this weather. I don't want to go work out, but I must. But it's nap weather. Struggles, man. Struggles. Okay, hello everyone. It is Friday, June 29th. I read a little bit of Torch Against the Night last night, but I kept getting distracted by listening to old Disney songs. So I didn't get as much reading done as I wanted to, and I wanted to go to the gym today, but I just feel so exhausted, my body just hurts, so I don't think I'm doing that. So I'm just gonna go take a little trip to Barnes & Noble and walk around and probably not buy anything because I don't have any money, and then I'm gonna come back, and it's lightly raining out right now, but I just love the way my backyard looks in the rain, and so I'm gonna sit out under this overhang here and read my book, and it's gonna be a relaxing evening. So here is what my backyard looks like in the rain. I honestly kind of love those dreary vibes. I don't know. Just think it sets the mood for reading. And also I tried sitting out here before when it was sunny, and I had to go inside after 5 minutes because it was so hot. But now it's actually breathable. And on my way to Barnes & Noble, I'm going to listen to the Frozen Broadway musical soundtrack because I just discovered that was a thing last night. And now I need to learn all the new songs so that I can be obsessed with it. Maybe one day I'll get to go see it. Just maybe one day I'll get to go see Hamilton. Jokes. If only. It would be a dream. Alright, that's it. I guess I'll update you if I buy anything at Barnes & Noble, but I have no money, so I probably won't. Hey guys, so today is Saturday. It's Saturday, June 30th, so it's the last day in June. To update you on my reading, last night I got to page 161 on Torch Against the Night by Saba Tahir. This is my second time reading it. I first read it in 2016 when it first came out, and I'm just so excited to get through this so I can finally get to Reaper at the Gates because I want to know what happens because it's just so good. The story is so gripping. The emotions that the characters feel they grip me, man. I just feel so many things reading this and I need to know what happens. So I think my plan for the rest of the day is, as you can see, I'm dressed and ready to go to the gym because I didn't go the other day because I was feeling very tired. So I'm gonna go to the gym and hopefully work out quickly because I just want to come home and sit out in the sun and read and roast in the sun and then jump in the pool, jump back out, read. When I get too hot, jump back in. You know, typical Florida things. So that's what my reading is going. I was going to start City of Ashes. I do have these UK covers. I have the first 3, and I do want to complete the collection eventually, but they started to get creased, which was annoying me because usually I don't mind creasing on my books, but I don't know, it was just, now that I collect them, I guess it's more of an annoying thing. I don't know. So I saw the box set on Amazon. The list price is $80 something, and it was on Amazon for $37. So I bought it, even though I told myself I shouldn't buy any more books. But here we are. What you gonna do about it? I don't know. I'll read them all eventually. So yeah, that's my plan. I just really want to finish this by today because it's the last day in June, and I want to include it in my June wrap-up, which I'm probably going to film a June wrap-up and a July TBR soon because I'm going to my grandma's house this week, so I'll be able to edit it while I'm there. I have a lot of good video ideas coming up, and I'm very excited to, film them. I have a lot of fun recommendations and stuff. I'm just having so much fun making videos. it's just a good time, what can I say? Also, I'm really curious to know if you guys can guess where I'm from. So I have mentioned many times that I'm in Florida, but we actually just moved here and I moved from somewhere else. So leave a comment down below if you think you can guess where I'm from and like what my accent is. Some people say I have an accent, some people say that I don't, but I don't know, I'm very curious as to what your thoughts are. I also want to leave 2 videos down in the description below that I watched and I think are really, really interesting and entertaining and would be of interest to you guys. So I watched a book on PBS, I think. It has like a channel, and it was about the history of young adult as a genre and basically how it emerged. And I do kind of like talk about sometimes, and I think about a lot, how the YA landscape has changed drastically even just in the last few years, from like when I was like 13 or so when it was all Twilight to like now the kinds of books that are coming out. And really the video discusses almost how Harry Potter was a turning point in young adult fiction and other works that were turning points for the genre, such as The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton, which I read in middle school. So I think it's a really, really interesting watch, and I'll definitely leave it down below. Another video that I want to leave is Jimmy Fallon is hosting a Tonight Show Summer Reads, and he had like 5 or so books, I think, and the winner was Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, which I've yet to read. So now I can buddy read it with Jimmy Fallon, which I just think it's a really cool idea, and he's going to be posting a lot about it on social media. But I just really love that idea because you can... It's a way to bring like young adult fiction and reading into to the general public, and people that don't normally read may now pick up the book, which is like amazing for Tomi Adeyemi. I mean, she's so successful, and like I'm just so happy for her. Like my mom watches Jimmy Fallon all the time, and so when she watched that it had won, she's like, "Oh, you have this book, right?" I was like, "Yeah, I do." She's like, "All right, well, when you're done reading it, like I'm going to read it," which that shocks me. Like my mom does not read books at all, so like it's really cool because it's now bringing this book to the attention of a different audience. And I think it's such like a great way for television and like different social medias, because I know he's going to be checking in on like Instagram and Twitter and like is hosting this big read along for this book. I think it is so amazing. And also because Children of Blood and Bone won, they donated 3,000 copies to a charity. I do not know the specific one, but you can watch in the video below. But basically they donate 3,000 copies of Children of Blood and Bone to underprivileged children, shelters, stuff like that. So now those people will have access to the book and be able to read it as well. And I just think it's so heartwarming and wonderful, and I just love when books cross boundaries of different forms of media. So now people will be talking about it on like Instagram, Twitter. Jimmy Fallon will be talking about it, which is great. So yeah, I'm just so excited to read along the book with Jimmy Fallon and then have my mom read it and see what she thinks, because my mom doesn't read, so it'll be really interesting to see. So those will be in the description below. Definitely check them out. Let me know what you think of those 2 videos and just like how you think that the YA genre has changed over time, and also like if you were excited to see Jimmy Fallon read Children of Blood and Bone, and if you want to buddy read with Jimmy Fallon too. Okay, so that's it for this. I'm gonna get my butt to the gym and on a treadmill, or like, you know, whatever it is I do in the gym these days. Fun fact, I'm actually a competitive power lifter, so I like to lift, so I think today is bench day. Another really interesting topic of discussion is that I was talking with my mom's cousin, who's basically like my uncle, and he was talking about how he's like really into comics and graphic novels, and like that's how he reads. And I was talking about how a lot of my YA books have like companion graphic novels that are coming out. So like the Lunar Chronicles has Wires and Nerve, and I'm pretty sure Darker Shades of Magic has The Steel Prince coming out in October. And I think it's really cool that book series are now like going over into different forms of media that aren't necessarily TV and TV and movies. And I also picked up this graphic novel, The Prince and the Dressmaker, at BookCon because I had seen Ashley Outpaged talk about it, and it just looks so cute. This is definitely going on my July TBR, and I'm very excited to read a graphic novel because I've never read one before. So I think it's really fun to like expand your reading tastes. That's that. I am ready to work out quick so that I can come home and go in the pool and read my book, and that's my day. Hey guys, so today is Sunday, July 1st, so happy 1st of July. Let's see, where did I get? Last night I got to page 298 in Torch Against the Night. I totally just included this in my June wrap-up, even though I technically didn't finish it yet, but I'm planning on finishing it today, and I wanted to include it with An Ember in the Ashes since it's kind of the same series and just made sense. But fun. I started tabbing my books. So I've never thought about tabbing or annotating my books before, but there were just so many lines in here that I was just like, I need to find some way to record that I love it so much. So I actually, at BookCon, I got this little Be Bookish little booklet with different tabs in them, and I just think it's the cutest thing, and I remembered that I had it, so I went and I grabbed it and I started tabbing all of the things that I stood out to me in the book. These definitely aren't the sturdiest tabs, they're just paper, so I'll definitely, if I decide that I like the tabbing process and maybe even annotating / writing in my books, I will definitely get better supplies. But so far it's been really fun, and I think it's not like I'm ever going to sell my books or want to return them, or they're my personal books. So I really think that tabbing is just a way to kind of up the level of personalization that you have, and kind of increase your reading experience. Like I said the other day, I also started keeping a reading journal where I just write down my thoughts as I'm reading, and all these things I feel like I'm doing because of this booktube channel, and it's just been a really good way, I think, almost to increase my critical reading skills, and it's just making me have even more of a fun time with reading, and it helps me to reflect a little bit more on the stories. In the 2 weeks that I've been doing this, I think I finished Carry On 2 weeks ago, I can't even remember, but I absolutely love that book. And then I also just finished An Ember in the Ashes the other day, and for the rest of the day it is beautiful out. There are no thunderstorms in sight, thank God, because it's been thundering every single day. So I'm gonna sit out by the pool with my parents and read A Torch Against the Night, and then when it gets too hot, I'm gonna jump in the pool and jump back out and continue reading. So that's my plan for the rest of the day. And that's basically for this 2-week wrap-up. I didn't really get as much reading done as I wanted because, like I said, I went on a trip to Chicago. This week I'm going to my grandma's, and she lives on the beach, so I'll be able to just sit on the beach all day and read, and I'm so excited, and hopefully I can bring my camera and get some really good beach footage. As for what I'm planning to read, I'm probably going to bring A Reaper at the Gates with me because I just need to know what happens next in this series, and I think I may also bring The Prince and the Dressmaker with me, which is a graphic novel about a cross-dressing prince, so I'm very intrigued by this. I may also bring either Furyborn or Children of Blood and Bone with me. We will see. But those are 2 books that I'm planning on reading soon. I also should be getting my Mortal Instruments box set soon, so maybe I will bring that with me. Or just one of the books, obviously, not all 6 of them, because I'm only going to be at my grandma's for 3 days, and I don't think I can read 6 books in 3 days. So yeah, so that's it for this week's reading vlog. Thank you for sticking along and watching this. If you're watching, hope you just enjoy me being me reading some books, Alright, so have some fun, read some books, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.